Welcome to Yumemakura Kodan with Kyokudo Nanshun. Here there is a comfortable and fluffy pillow filled with soothing and relaxing Kodan tales to send you into a quiet place. There will be no drums, no hariyogi, no loud noises, just a quiet rhythmic voice. So sit back, close your eyes, and rest your weary head on the dream pillow. Tonight's Kodan tale is Swordsmith Munechika from Sanjo and Kogitsunemaru. Our story takes place in Kyoto during the reign of Emperor Ichijo 1,000 years before now. The Emperor Ichijo is in good health, but has been suffering sleepless night after sleepless night from a reoccurring nightmare. Every night he sees a black shadow appear above him and crawl down, growling and snarling, getting ever closer until the emperor wakes, covered in cold sweat. The emperor continues to suffer on until one night, a deity appears in his dream. "You require a sword with strong spiritual power. Send a messenger to Sanjo in the East Mountains and commission a sword from Swordsmith Munechika. This sword will then protect you from what disturbs you." The Emperor Ichijo wakes in the morning with the dream clearly in his mind. He calls on his closest advisor, Tachibana Asson-no-Michinari. "Michinari, I have had a dream." "Yes, Your Highness." "I was advised to commission a sword from a swordsmith by the name of Munechika located in Sanjo. Have you heard of this swordsmith?" "Yes, Your Majesty. Swordsmith Munechika of Sanjo is well renowned for his work as well as being pure of heart. He is the best swordsmith of a generation." "Then, as the royal messenger, Michinari, I give you the task to convey this royal message to Munechika. Make a sword imbued with miraculous power." "As you command, Your Majesty." And so, Tachibana no Michinari travels to Sanjo, and Higashiyama crosses the Sanjo Bridge over the Shirakawa River and comes to the smithy of Munechika. But upon seeing the renowned swordsmith, Michinari stops. Sitting there is a worried man. His shoulders and head weigh heavy upon him. Michinari inquires, "Are you the swordsmithy known as Sanjo Munechika?" The man slowly raises his weighty head. "I am. I am Tachibana no Asson-Michinari. I bring a royal commission from the emperor. Forge a sword imbued with miraculous power to be completed 1 month from now." "I am grateful for such a command to be given to me, but I have no apprentices to help me. Even if I wanted to make a sword, I cannot." "What are you saying? How can the greatest swordsmith of our generation, Munechika, have no apprentices?" "Thanks to His Majesty and the Premier, war is over. But because there is no war, there is no need for making swords anymore. Since I haven't been selling any swords, I have not been getting any new commissions. My forge has been completely extinguished. The apprentices I had gave up, and they left to pursue other, more useful skills." "Is that what happened? But this is an order from the emperor, a direct order. Once a royal edict is given, there is no taking it back. You must forge a sword, and you must do it in 1 month's time." "As His Majesty commands." Munechika bows his heavy head low and accepts the royal edict, knowing that he will not be able to forge a sword completely by himself. "What do I do now? There's just no way. I'm just gonna have to find a way. I'll go to Inari-san to think." And so Munechika goes out and heads for the Inari Myojin shrine, a shrine for blacksmiths. He walks up to the red torii gate at the entrance to the shrine. When he bows once in front of the torii, from behind him, "Munechika, Munechika." When Munechika turns around, standing there is a young boy of about 7 years old, dressed in a white kimono. "Munechika, you are ordered to make a sword for the emperor, are you not?"
"Yeah, but how do you know about that? I haven't told anyone about it."
The voice of the heavens echo over the earth. The walls have ears, and rocks have mouths. But Munechika, why do you worry?
"How can I make a sword with no apprentices? I can't do it by myself."
You are going to make the most beautiful sword. It will be like the light that bursts forth from a phoenix opening his wings for flight.
"You aren't a deity, are you?"
Oh no, I'm not a deity. I am only a messenger from Inari Myojin. Now, Munechika, go and get ready." Munechika dashes home, and he starts preparing himself for the work he has ahead of him. He first purifies himself and changes into a clean kimono. In the forge, he cuts the charcoal, cracks the steel, stokes the fire. When he looks up, 3 boys in white kimono are standing in front of him. One of the boys is the same boy Munechika met at Inari Myojin. "We are here to help. Don't worry anymore."
"Let's go."
And so without saying another word, the boys start to help in the forge as if they were Munechika's apprentices. Whatever Munechika thought needed to be done next, the boys did. Finally, the clump of steel is placed in the fire. The forge inhales, exhales, inhales, exhales onto the steel as it begins to heat up. The licks of the flames turns colors in the dark room. Munechika's face flickers, and the 3 boys, hammers in hand, ready themselves for the steel. Then Munechika pulls it from the fire onto the anvil. An orchestra of hammers start as Munechika's small hammer and the boys' large hammers swing up and come down with a pop. Ton, den, chin, gan, ton, den, chin, gan, ton, den, chin, gan. The steel is flipped and the 3 boys swing down again. Ton, den, chin, gan, ton, den, chin, gan, ton, den, chin, gan. The steel goes back into the flames, su-ha, su-ha, then pulled out onto the anvil again. Ton, den, chin, gan, ton, den, chin, gan, ton, den, chin, gan. For 3 days and 3 nights, non-stop and without saying a word, finally a beautiful sword is made. Shh. As the blade is plunged into pure, clean water, Munechika looks over the blade. It's finished. Munechika turns around to face the 3 boys who work tirelessly all this time, but there is no one there. Instead, 3 hammers are carefully lined up on the floor. Munechika runs out to Inari Myojin shrine. When he gets to the red torii gate, who does he see but the 3 boys in white kimono waiting for him? Munechika bows deeply to the boys. "Munechika, have you finished your task?"
"Yes, I have."
2 of the boys, turned into pure white foxes, jump up on the stone platforms on each side of the torii and turn to stone. "Munechika, do not worry anymore." The middle boy turns around and heads inside the shrine, and Munechika follows him. As the boy enters the main shrine building, he glides through and fades away. Munechika falls to his knees and bows in deep thanks. Back at the smithy, Munechika decides on a name for the new sword. Could it be that foxes from Inari Myojin helped me to make this sword? If that's true, then the sword's name should reflect that.
And so Munechika etches Kogitsune, small fox, on the tang and signs his name. With the sword finished, the royal messenger Tachibana no Michinari returns to collect Kogitsune. He is overjoyed.
Ooh, this was definitely made by the swordsmith Munechika from Sanjo. Such beautiful work.
When Kogitsune is presented to His Majesty,
how beautiful. Look how it catches the light, like a phoenix opening its wings for flight.
A banquet to celebrate the Emperor's sword of miraculous spirit Kogitsune is held. The Emperor is able to enjoy himself after a long time of suffering. He drinks happily and heads for bed. That night, all is quiet and the Emperor Ichijo has fallen deep into sleep. When from the top of the pillar in the room growl and snarl as a black shadow appears and starts to crawl down. The Emperor groans and whines as the shadow comes ever closer, but then the blade of Kogitsune out of its scabbard as a pure white fox. The fox glistens a silver sliver as it jumps up to catch the evil mass in its red mouth. The shadow in the fox's mouth is an animal with 2 heads and 6 tails, a Mujina. The fox speedily takes the Mujina out of the palace, and in a moment, the fox returns pitter-patter, checks the room one last time, and returns back to the scabbard. The night is quiet once more. From that night, the Emperor's health improves, and he never has another sleepless night again. Munechika receives prestigious honors from the Emperor for his work, and is named Nipponiji Toshō, the top swordsmith in Japan. Word spreads far and wide about Munechika's sword being able to vanquish evil, and Munechika starts to receive commissions again. His apprentices return, and he is able to pass down his craft to future generations. This was Swordsmith Munechika from Sanjo and Kogitsunemaru. Now rest as peacefully as the Emperor Ichijo, or listen to another soothing Kodan tale. Should you need your dream pillow again to rest your weary head, you can find it here at Yumemakura Kodan with Kyokudo Nanshun. では、おやすみなさい。